What's up, YouTubers? It's your boy Mally Mal. I'm at home, not at work. I've been out of work for the past few days since Tuesday. For the simple fact, it's kind of hard to find a babysitter and you're working these odd shifts. So I'm hoping to go back to my day shift because the odd shift pretty much was a temporary fix until they were able to find someone, and they found someone. So with that being said, I'm happy. Now let me go back to case manager. Now let's go to the topic of this YouTube, okay? It's all about respect. Now, some people have this feeling of respect to where you're only going to get respect when people are going to do as you tell them to do. But if it's immoral and they don't want to do it, they're not disrespecting you. They know in their heart, if they do what you ask them to do and it's immoral, then pretty much, you just got to sum it up and be like, okay, I try to get this person or sucker this person in to do something and it didn't happen. So with that being said, you can't be upset or say that you're being disrespected because someone doesn't do what they want you to do. Now, let's go through the definition of respect. Okay, now I'm going to go to the top point of respect as point of definitions from Oxford Languages. Okay, this is online. Number one, a feeling of deep admiration for someone or something by their abilities, qualities, or achievements. Okay? Now, let's go ahead and let's break it down. Respect is a way of treating or thinking about something or someone. You show respect by being polite and kind. For a lot of people, taking your hat off is a show of respect. When people are insulted or treated badly, they feel they haven't been treated with respect. Now, I can understand that. But if you're insulted because you're trying to get somebody to do something that they feel it's morally not right, sum it up and just be like, okay, it didn't happen. You try to sucker this person to do something and it didn't happen. Okay? Now, how to respect, okay? Now, there's 12 items here that I'm looking at, okay? And so listening to others is number one. Listening to others is when you stop and you really truly listen. You have the eye contact and you're reading their expressions and you're hearing their words and you're putting it all together, okay? From there, you're actually giving that person the respect of them just, how would you say, just letting it off their chest, how they feel, okay? Number two, affirm people's opinions. Now, to affirm someone's opinion, which means pretty much you understand and can pretty much be like, okay, I see where they're coming from and I'm not going to push it. I'm not going to say, well, you know what, your opinion just doesn't make sense. You're just saying, okay, I can get that and I understand and I respect that. I respect your opinion that you don't want to do what I'm trying to get you to do and you know it's immoral, okay? 3, empathize or empathize. I said it right. Empathize with different perspectives. Now, this is the whole thing about coexisting. This is the whole thing about seeing things through the other person's eyes, other just being stuck in how your perspective is, okay? When you empathize with the other person's perspective, you're literally looking through the eyes of how they're coming from. And this is, again, affirm people's opinions. It's the same thing, okay? 4, Disagree respectively. Now, when I was saying, like, with number 2, affirm people's opinions, you heard this person talk. And so you're like, you know what? I hear what you're saying. I understand, but I got to respectably disagree. I have to say, no, that's not me. Okay. 5, apologize when you are in the wrong. When you know you are in the wrong, there's nothing else. And especially if the other party knows that you're in the wrong and you're still trying to talk your gab to try to make them believe your point of view, it's done. Take that time where you have to stop, bury your ego, and be like, you know what? Deep inside, I was wrong. And so I should pretty much be like, hey, I apologize. All right, that's number 5. Number 6, call out disrespectful behavior. Now, what is disrespectful behavior? Okay, now, as far as a parent's concerned, whenever you do tell your child to do something and they don't do it, then yeah, that's a point where there's disrespect there. But you can't put it in the same way as if you're telling your child, hey, take the garbage out, to you telling your child, hey, call that person a B, or slap that person upside the head. And that child doesn't want to do that. Now, there was a situation that happened yesterday, okay, where pretty much someone tried to pick up their child from school and the child didn't want to go. There's been a situation that went on to where the child was abused, okay, while in the other parent's care. All right, that parent came, told the child, you know what? Well, so-and-so said it's okay for me to pick you up. Now, the powers that be, the teachers that were there, read the body language, got the principal involved. The principal called the other parent. The other parent broke it down. And then that was it. Disrespectful behavior, okay, is when the child is not going to do the laundry. When the child is not going to help you take the trash out. When the child is not going to help you do the dishes after you ask them to do it. And the only way to gain that child's respect is to be peaceful, take a deep breath, and break down. Hey, chores are there to teach you the way of life. Because in the way of life, we have to work to make a living. We have to work to sustain a roof over your head. And this right here is values that we're teaching you. And then some kids are, well, what does doing dishes teaching me about values, about working? And the thing is, it's your duty to do so because you need to do it. So we at least have something to eat on. So with that being said, calling out disrespectful behavior, okay? You got to know the difference, okay? When it's positive and you're trying to get the child to do positive, but they're not going to do positive, they're like, mommy, daddy, F you. You're being disrespected. Telling your child, you know what? Just come with me. Your parents said it's okay for you to come with me, but it's not happening. And they know that they didn't give the permission. Then pretty much you're not being disrespected because you just got pretty much called out. You came there for a reason to try to do something that you know was morally unright. And what happened? The child decided not to go with you. So now you feel disrespected. Don't feel disrespected. This is a time when you got to step back and think. Step back and reevaluate. Because down the line, in the household that you're sharing with, you're not being respected. And so you have this conscious thing inside thinking if someone doesn't do what you tell them to do, they're disrespecting you. That's not the case. Bury your ego and reevaluate what your definition of respect is. Okay? Now, number 7, show gratitude. Showing gratitude can go either way, because even though they didn't do anything for you, at least you can say, well, thank you for helping. Thank you for trying. Okay? That shows respect, because that acknowledged that you did see these people try to help you out on certain things, but didn't come through. But still, instead of just being an a-hole, oh man, you didn't do nothing, man. You over here cupcaking. I asked you to do this. You didn't do it. Man, forget you. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. Real talk, if you want to show gratitude where gratitude doesn't need to be happening. At least show that point where it's like, you know what? Well, thank you. I understand you couldn't really do too much, but what you did was very helpful. Thank you. Show gratitude. Number 8, compliment the achievements of others. Now, I hate number 8 because sometimes some people will put that in somebody's head because they want that self-gratification. Self-gratification just builds your ego on a negative point. Okay? Real talk, it does. And when you look at it, you know what? Don't ask for a compliment. Let it come to you. Okay? If you do something for others, and even if you achieved it or not, don't stand there looking for gratification. Let it come to you. They will say thank you if their mindset is like that and not self-absorbed. If they're self-absorbed, then they're all about them and they want you to do just for them and nothing for you. Buzz, I'm going to say this. If you're doing something for others, don't expect anything back. If you're doing good for others, do it because you know in your heart that you see that these people are struggling and you're doing it out of the kindness of your heart. Don't try to expect gratification after helping someone out or doing for someone. It doesn't help. All right. Now, trying to get to number 9. And I have to look for number 9. Because everything was on Google. Okay? Do what you say you'll do. Follow through on your message. Now, here is the slap in the face. Because you can say what you're going to do. It can be positive or negative. Okay? Positive is, you know what? I will go to the store after work and pick up steaks for us to cook. And follow through with it. Or, you know what? I'm going to come over there and I'm going to knock you out. That's a negative. Leave the negative aside, okay? Leave the negative aside. Let's just focus on the positive. If there's something positive that you're going to do and you tell your kids, you know what, I'm going to come home, I'm going to help you with that math homework. I'm going to come home and I'm going to help you build that tree house. I'm going to come home and I'm going to help you build that tent. So you can get a merit badge for either Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, or whatever type of organization your child may be in. Okay? That's the positive side, and follow through. Once you do not follow through, and now we come to the point again with the disrespect, okay? Once you do not follow through and your child sees that, don't be ass hurt that they don't listen to you or do what you request them to do. For the simple fact is that you told them, which is almost to the point of making a promise, you told them that I will be there to help you get it done. Or I will call you in the next 30 minutes and just not do it. Don't get ass hurt when your child does not follow through with you. That's number 9. 10. Offer your assistance to others. You see someone's in pain, you see someone's in need, give that offering. Hi, is there anything I can do to help? And don't expect anything in return. People with that mindset are users. Those are the people that are there to get you and then throw it in your face. Well, remember what I did for you? Oh, wow. With that being said, you don't need that. You don't need that in your life. With that being said, just that is disrespectful because they saw that you were in need and they decided to prey on that need to gain advantage for themselves. Okay? That's number 10. Number 11. And everybody tells me this shit because before you can take care of someone else, you got to take care of yourself. Now, taking care of yourself doesn't mean that you ignore everything else around you. Okay? That means you don't get your hair done, but then your child is coming out looking raggedy, like a ragamuffin, like who done it and why. No. Take care of yourself is a moment where you know you're stressed and you got to tell your children and your partner, hey, I just need time for me so I can meditate. Time for me to meditate is to reevaluate what's going on so you can find your center and come to a peaceful term to be that righteous parent, to be that righteous partner. Okay? That's number 11. And finally, drum roll, please. Number 12. Avoid self-destructive behaviors. What is a self-destructive behavior? This is funny because I know someone that's doing it now. They let someone record them in their most intimate, private moment. And what happened? That person decided to put that stuff online without the other person's consent or approval. They didn't even know it was online. That's crazy. Self-destructive behaviors is when you let someone do you like that. Or you let someone control you by giving you immoral suggestions. Hey, let's do this. I know it's wrong, but we'll get away with it. And I'm going to put it like this. You may, but in your heart and in your mind and in your spirit, you know you did wrong. How many skeletons can you hold in your closet is the question you should ask yourself. Or here's the main question. Why hold skeletons in your closet? And just be righteous. When you know it's immoral, don't do it. Don't let anyone talk you into doing it. And then that's it. If you guys have any questions to what I just said on this, you guys know what up. Leave a comment. Don't forget to hit the like. This is Mally Mal. I am about to cook for my monster. And then we're about to watch Prodigy. And then I just heard Discovery just came out with season 4. Yes, I am a geek. And I love being a geek. You know what? Because it's not self-destructive behavior. Peace.